I think it's been a lot of fun. I think this has probably been, I can safely say, I think this has been the best FDC ever. Of three that we've had so far, it's been a lot of fun. So Ram has looked at the Excel sheet and he's done a bit of an analytics number on it to try and figure out some learnings from what works, what doesn't work, trends, patterns. So Ram, over to you. You want to share?
Yeah. Let me share my
screen. About things after that. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me first share. Okay. Yeah, so can everybody see my screen?
But there is nothing on the screen.
So you will see a slide with a lot of blue patches. Is it visible?
Ram has started
Not yet.
sharing, but
Not yet.
you can't see the screen yet. That's a little strange.
I have started the sharing.
Ram, after you start sharing, click on the screen once. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Come now. Let's go.
It's come?
Yeah.
Yes, brilliant. Thank you.
Okay. So some very interesting statistics. Totally about 66 people had signed up, and people had put various targets. The average target was about 25,000 words. That is across the 66 people. And across the 66 people, there were a few people where there are no numbers in terms of how much they had written. So either they were not able to start off, or maybe they did write but did not update the sheet. So we don't know about that. But about 38 people wrote something or the other, right? But in that, there were a few people who had written for maybe 3-4 days and very sporadic. So I'm leaving that out. If you look at people who wrote for 7 or more days, not necessarily in succession, but across the 31-day period, the number of people who wrote for 7 or more days, that was about 19 people. And these 19 people wrote an average of 14,500 words, which is not a small number. And the interesting thing is, though I took 7 days as the cutoff, the average number of days on which these people wrote is at least 16 days. And if you look at the chart on the left side, the blue dots represent the days on which some word count was or knocked off, whether it was 10 words or 10,000 words. And so visually, 2-3 things jump out of this, right? That in the initial phases, there has been a lot of excitement, a lot more people writing, but after the first about 10-12 days, the enthusiasm seems to have waned. So what is important is that after the initial burst of excitement that yes, I'm part of this FDC, etc., we need to keep the enthusiasm up. So whatever is the pick-me-up that works, I think we should just work on that and see how we can continue writing. But going back to the numbers, the absolutely fantastic thing is totally the group has written about 3.2 lakh words. That's about 6 paperbacks, which is, I think, an astounding number. And even more interesting is that out of this, about 85%, that's close to about, I think, 2.8 lakh words or something, almost 5 paperbacks, were written by people who wrote consistently. That is, people who wrote for more than 7 days. That's these people have written for 16 days on an average. So the 2 things that I see from this is that an early start helps. So if you have not written in the first 2-3 days, the possibility that you will ever write is not there. Right. So the initial start, a quick start and early start really helps, because everybody who's written a good number, even though later the interest may have flagged, in the initial days, they have written a good number of words. So the early start helps. And the second thing is consistency. And I will come more to this in the next slide. Also, turning up to write, whether it is 200 words, 300 words, that is important. So what you will see is that the moment that there is a long gap of 3-4 days, after that it becomes very, very sporadic. But for people who have, okay, maybe one session, 2 sessions, they have not been able to write, but again turned up, you will find that they're consistently writing. So try and turn up to write. It doesn't matter you're writing 500 words or 5,000 words, but just turn up to write. And that helps more than that, flash in the pan of I sat 1 day in a week and wrote 5,000 words. More than that, the consistency helps. And that is visible here. So then the question is what target to set, right? So I took 30,000 as an arbitrary cutoff. There is no reason behind that. I just said that, okay, 1,000 words a day. A smaller target seems to help because of the number of people who signed up. Of the 64 people, 2 people had not put any target, so which is why the number is 64 signups. about 18 had a target of more than 30,000, which tended to be between 50, 60,000. Out of those 18 people who had more than 30,000 target, only half of them wrote anything at all. And only 4 of them wrote for 7 or more sessions. And surprisingly, they have written only 12 sessions. But people who had a smaller target, those people tended to write more and more often. So 1/3 of the people who had set a smaller target, they have written for more than 7 days, and they have written at least for more than half the month. And the number of words average, that really doesn't matter. The number of words per session doesn't matter. But people who have set smaller targets wrote more frequently and more consistently. So that is for me the biggest takeaway, that instead of having a very ambitious target, and this is counterintuitive, right? Because we are normally told that set a stretch target. But if the stretch target is so high that I'm intimidated by it, then there is no point in going after that. So it appears from the statistics, at least, that setting a more realistic target is helpful. And once you have the discipline, then of course you can start writing more, because people who set big targets and wrote consistently, they have written 1,500 words per session, right? But at least when we are starting off, it seems to me that setting a more realistic target, reachable target helps. And from the messages on the group also, that is a little apparent, because people who have set 10,000, 15,000 targets have crossed those targets. A number of people have actually exceeded those targets when they set smaller targets. And it is a good pat on the back. You feel good about yourself that, yes, I have been able to do that. And there is absolutely no correlation between a high target and the number of words clocked. There is absolutely no correlation. It's like a 20% kind of a correlation, which is really doesn't making any sense, right? So this is for me the biggest takeaway, that set a smaller target, turn up more frequently to write, and write consistently, even if you're writing 500 words. That seems to be the big learning from this. And some fun statistics. Very counterintuitively, Saturdays and Sundays have the least average, least number of words written. If we look across the, I think we had like some 5 Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, and 4 rest of the days. So the average written on each day of the week is highest on Thursday, middle of the week. I thought that it would be high on Saturday and Sunday because it's a weekend, people have time, but no. Saturday and Sunday are the least. So this has two conclusions. One conclusion is that or maybe we can utilize the time that we are spending on Saturday, Sunday, not writing, and write more on Saturday, Sunday. So there's a lot of unutilized potential that we can use. And also the fact that sometimes we think that, okay, I have been at work, I have office, so therefore I cannot write today. That doesn't seem to be the case, because as you can see from this chart, there has been more writing that has happened on weekdays. So therefore the day really doesn't matter. We just have to turn up and write. So that's like a little bit of fun statistics.
Isn't that brilliant? I mean, isn't that just awesome analysis?
Sorry?
So much fun. So much fun.
Pleasure.
That was really, really insightful. I think it was very informative. I'm very tempted to turn this into a set of instructions for the FDC4, except I won't do that, because I think we should do a second run of data.
Yeah.
So if I mess with it, then I'm already setting it up.
True.
So I'm not going to share this with FDC4 participants.
Yeah.
But if at the end of FDC4 participants we get the same outcome, then I think it's evidence. Then I think it's not a one-off thing.
So since we have already done a FDC November and FDC April, I don't know if those Google Sheets are still accessible. If they're accessible, maybe we can run a similar analysis and see how it stacks up, because at least the template is there.
I think that those sheets may be non-representative, because in that we didn't have any intake filters. We didn't ask people to commit that 250 rupees to Chirag School.
Oh, right? Yeah. Okay. Of course.
So because of that, lots of random people just signed up.
True.
So those targets and that data it's not a. I mean, you get something. I don't know if it's really apples to apples.
Fair point.
So FDC3 and FDC4 would be apples to apples.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think we should stick with that. But I think it's a really good insight for all of us also. That setting the low target, but the realistic target, which we think we have a shot at doing, is more like setting yourself up for success, setting yourself a monstrous target of 70,000 words. In fact, it makes you wonder about NaNoWriMo, because NaNoWriMo has this 50,000 word target. and then are you
Yeah.
making it too hard? Because we didn't give you a number. We said you set your own targets, which is why people have gone and selected whatever worked for them.
Yeah.
So yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
All right. There's some comments in the chat. Everybody's just saying fantastic.
Can I add something? This is Manish.
Sure, Manish.
Yes. First of all, awesome. Thank you, Ram. This is so encouraging. And there are just two things I want to add to that also. I think clarity of what to write is also a good thing to have, because I lost a lot of time just thinking about should I start this? Should I start that? Should I do that? So maybe initially in the first session that we have, helping people just reflect on what is your first draft going to be about. So there is, that may be helpful, may not be. And the other thing is learning from Ram's data that building in some non-writing days. So because if you drop it for 3 days, then it is difficult to pick. That very well said. But building in some non-writing, but by which I mean some designing, plotting, or just kind of sitting days. So that kind of a little gap, just building in, because those 15,000 target people have that build in somewhere. So that may also help. So that's these are two thoughts.
I just want to add something very quickly. So the different thing that I did a little differently this time was that I decided that every day I will spend 15 minutes reading something to polish my writing skills. So I picked up the Elements of Style by Strunk and White, and I read 2 pages every day, 2-3 pages every day. And that really helped, because it helped me get into that zone, because I guess a lot of us here are not full-time writers, and I'm not. So to switch from the regular day job to writing sometimes feels challenging. There's a lethargy, procrastination, but reading about writing then helped me put in the zone. Then I was curious that, okay, how can I use this? How can I use that? Am I making this mistake? And the moment I finished reading that book, after that, I could actually see that my output dropped. There was a direct correlation there. So I spent 15 minutes for about 15-20 days. Output was high, and after that, the output dropped. So this is something that I noticed.
Okay, great. So I had I think those are great thoughts, Manish, especially the thought of the first one you said was having clarity on your project, and second is having gap days. And what Ram is saying is having something which can be a trigger, basically, right? Something which can get you on to turn on your writing switch, so to speak. So that's great. Ram, would you be comfortable sharing your slides in the group?
Yeah, I will do that. I will do it right away.
Because I think, we seem to have a very low turnout compared to our regular sessions. Normally we have 35, 40 people. Today it's less than 25. So it will be good for others also to be able to see this data and be able to get something out of it. A couple of things I wanted one was we are doing a FDC in September. Normally we would have done it 3 times a year. We had decided initially, we had taken a poll in the last one, and we had said that we will do April, July, and November. But there seems to be a lot of demand, and a lot of people are really coming back, and there's a lot of push. KK, I think a lot of people, you had put out some post on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I think that got a lot of people getting in touch with Namrata saying, can we still join? And after like 10th, 15th, it was a little dumb to let people join, because it was like, you're more than 1/3 of the way through. But we are putting one out for September. So we are going to be repeating this in September. One of the feedback that we had, is she here now? Nandini, yeah, Nandini is here. I think it was Nandini, your suggestion, if I'm not mistaken, that we should have a kids writer, somebody who writes for children, to be one of the speakers. And of course, there has been this consistent request to get literary agents in. And I think a lot of people, I think that Himali session was just really pure gold in terms of insight and what we got to learn. So we have a couple of very interesting people already lined up who've confirmed for the next FDC in September. The first guest is a lady called Mariam Kari Mehlawat. She is a very senior writer, and she's written about, I think, 20 or 21 books, out of which more than half are books for children. So Putul and the Dolphins, The King and the Kiang, lots of kids which were prescribed reading from my kids' school also in Gurgaon when we were in Gurgaon. So she will be doing the first session, the first Sunday of September. And then we have a very interesting guy. His name is Siddharth Jain. Siddharth Jain is not a literary agent. He is a script agent. His company is called Story Inc. INK. So it's a pun on ink probably. But his job is to find great stories and convert them into scripts for OTT channels and to market them. So he's looking for writers with great stories, and that's what he does. He's an agent to the Netflixes and the Amazons of the world, right? So he will be with us on the last Sunday of September, and we are lining up a couple of other people also who will be authors, you'll be talking about a variety of different things. So September promises to be fun. What I would like you all to do is talk about this, talk it up, let everybody know, and spread the word like KK had done earlier. Maybe we can do one with the closing. I think Ram, your slides might become very popular all over the internet because I think that first slide, visuals and the insights with it are brilliant. So it's great fodder for social media and just to get conversations going.
So please,
yeah,
if it helps, I'm glad if it helps. I'm very glad.
Yeah, it'll be great. And again, the model is the same. It will not be open. It will be against a donation of 250 to the Chirag School. The upper limit will still be 100 people. So Namrita, you wanted to add some stuff as well, right?
I actually wanted to ask Krishna and Sachin to share their experiences of this because they seem to have reached their target. So Krishna, I remember our conversation where he had mentioned that he was initially facing a roadblock of, even reaching that word count where he was. And I guess yesterday he has just shared a feedback in the group on WhatsApp that he's managed to reach a very decent count on his words. So Krishna, maybe you could share something on what worked for you or what didn't work and how it changed, because I think the story entirely changed in the second half towards the end of this month.
Yeah, thank you, Namrata. Yeah,
but I think your camera is
on
on.
now.
Yeah, there you go. Hi. So KK
Yeah.
is before we all start, I should give a quick introduction of KK. We have some people who we call people who keep coming back to the Himalayan retreat physically, and if you make it 3 times, then you are formally a junkie. So KK, you're at 2 now because you've done 1 online, but you've done 2 in person. So he was here for writing and he was again here for blogging just before the lockdown. Right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Chetan, for the. Yeah, so I think I agree with a lot of the analysis which Ram had done, because I had set a very average or very low target for me, so like 500 words per day is what I thought, and 15,000 words is what I had. Writing itself was a challenge. Consistently writing is going to be a big challenge. So, so that really helped, because the last 1 week I did really race to keeping that goal in the mind. I wanted to reach that goal. So that definitely motivated me. It was really in a very achievable distance. Yeah, after a week or so starting, I definitely had blocks because of the story that I was writing. I was stuck in a plot, something like a rising action, but I was not able to see like how I can diffuse that, because it was like I was writing a thriller, so I need to have the high points every few thousand words is what I like that I had a structure. So that I went to the high rise action, but I was actually not able to bring it down, and I spoke to Namrata. She gave a very good example, a reference. So that helped actually. So I had like 6, today I was analyzing. I had a 6 days of writing streak. And then I think I wrote only for 16 or 17 days in total, 21 days in total actually. So 1 week I almost until I didn't write. So these are some of the stats which I had actually. But yeah, I think the group was, because I didn't speak to anyone except Namrata, but definitely the group action, the WhatsApp group action was really motivating, and the Excel sheet tracker was also really helpful. So that's my view. That's my insights.
Apart from him, I guess Sachin also had finished his word count, or he just shared that he'd enjoyed the experience of being writing for this whole month with the exercise. Sachin, are you there?
Yeah.
See-
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Sorry, just woke up from sleep in time to just jump on.
No problem.
But yes, so I think for me also it's there's something very similar to what KK did. This is my second FDC. First time was April. First time, while I think I reached close to my word count of 15,000, I wasn't happy at all. And what I did differently from what from last time compared to April this time was I did not set myself a daily word count, because I figured when I was keeping a upper count or a daily word count, I was actually struggling to meet it, and I wasn't happy with the outcome. While I hit it, I wasn't really happy with the outcome. So this time, if you actually notice the Excel, and I'm sure Ram has done a fabulous analysis of the same. My word counts for daily word counts average is probably low, but then the days that I actually wrote, I did write really well, and so I managed to hit about 1,000 to 2,000 words the days that I wrote, which is probably why I managed to hit about 17 to 18K. I think around 17,800 was when I stopped. So that was different this time, and I was pretty happy. And also the theme was different. Last time I was trying to write something new. This time, last time was a crime thriller, which is still stuck at around 15 to 16,000 words. This time I've gone back to my first love, which is fantasy. And so I think probably that helped, like writing in a genre that I'm really comfortable with or I'm happy with. So that also helped. Of course, all the comments and the discussions were absolutely spot on, brilliant. And all the, Sunday, as everybody said, right, Sunday evening 5 p.m. became a routine that we're looking forward to, right? I basically used to sleep through, but now Sundays I'm getting up to make sure I'm on time for the 5 o'clock sessions. So that's my experience being this time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Deepa, you have your hand up. Deepa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi. So, hi everybody. Hi Chetan. Hi Namrita. Ram, fantastic stuff. I just wanted to congratulate everybody who finished and also set the record straight a little bit. I have a very shameful 3,000 words, 3,000 plus something, but I did not update the tracker. So I just went and saw the tracker and I was like, 0, no. I felt like exam mein fail ho gayi. But yes, it was a very exciting start, because when I planned, Ram, you were spot on, because I always set myself this target of 50,000 words. I don't know why, probably because of NaNoWriMo, like Ketan said. So it's always, if it's like you have to write in a month, you have to write 50,000 words, and that's also like novel length. It makes sense. And I had this big project, my very complex project in mind when I started. But suddenly, it pivoted and it became like a, smaller children's story. And then it was very exciting. And whatever I wrote, I shared with someone who gave me very good feedback. And it was all very exciting. But somewhere along the way, I just went off on a tangent. Lots of other stuff happened. But I'm very excited. So September, I'm really looking forward to that, Chetan, because I thought I'll have to wait till November to, sort of do another round with you all. But we live in hope. So September it is. But I loved all your Sunday sessions. Beautiful, lovely, very insightful. And what was really nice was, I think, because the relationship you have with all of them, they all don't come across as somebody talking on a podium with just like some superficial, stuff to talk to with an audience. They all, they share off themselves. It's very warm. It's very unique the way you're doing it. So overall, thank you. Couple of things. I think number one, setting a low target. Number two, also updating the tracker every day. I guess it's a mental thing, because it always sort of gives you that thing of, okay, so many words. You just look at other people. Then this, you're hacking that bit of comparing and maybe just being pushed a little bit more to write. I didn't do that, so I'm guessing that works. And also, like somebody said, being clear of what you want to write. So a lot of time I was like, should I just continue with this, or should I just go back to that main thing, or should I research? instead of that, if you were clear in your head on what you want to write, you just probably sit down and write. And the last thing is, I don't know, this might be really over the top, but just for, like these real backbenchers like me, we did this for something else. There was a LinkedIn workshop, and then we had this time every Sunday to just write. Everybody would log in, and everybody is doing their piece, but everybody is logged in. Like we're all logged into a Zoom call, but we're all writing. So it's weird, but it's wonderful because you just feel like you're sitting in class with a whole bunch of your friends, but you're doing your stuff. There's a lot of, you feel connected and you feel happy that there are people with you, because otherwise it's pretty lonely. And, because everybody else in the house, the people you're with, they all have different agendas. You have a different agenda. So this time, like we spend 5 to 6, it could be any time. It could be once a week, 2-3 times a week. If we could just fix on one time, and if it's possible, it would be lovely to just do no talking, nothing. We all log in if you want, we chat, but we just sit together and write. That's something I thought.
That's a good idea, Deepa. And I don't know, some of you might be aware, but we did that for quite a few Saturdays through the first lockdown. We had done that. But then what I had seen was that initially there were 5 people, then there were 3, then there were just 2 guys who would turn up every weekend. And nobody else ever showed up. So it would be 2 hours, I think 11 to 1 every Saturday morning. We had tried to do it physically in Gurgaon. Then we had tried to do it as a virtual thing. And virtual we did through the first lockdown for about 7 or 8 weekends. But it had dwindled down to just 2. But I'm game to try it. And again, something like this, I don't have to leave it. I mean, any of you wants to step forward, say, okay, we want to make this writing, group, and maybe all of us can get together. I'll be happy to join. Yeah, absolutely. Sujata, you have your hand up.
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah,
again.
I would like to say,
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Deepa. And I had, it was very nice listening to you. And I had joined this basically to work on my first draft of my next novel. But in between, after 5 days, my editor reverted with her comments for my previous novel. So I started working that. And I was not, though I was writing every day, but I was not updating the tracker. And my target was 60,000 words of my first draft, but I have written 25,000 words of both the drafts. So it was really nice. And I was not sure that we can join multiple times. I thought this is only one chance we get. And now I come to know that there are so many people who are joining for the second time. So it is, I'm very, very hopeful that I'm going to join again. And the best part was Sunday sessions. And next Sunday, I'm really going to miss that 5 o'clock time. And I hope we can come up with something, because as what I'm just don't want to repeat what Deepa said, that it was very, very unique concept. It is like, we generally feel that agents are not approachable. The big writers are not approachable. But here it's like, they are sitting in front of us and we can just ask them anything. And of course, it has happened because of your own rapport, yours and Namrata's rapport with them. So which is very good. And only one thing I thought, if we can also have some tips to polish our craft. It could be very, very informal session. You can take, Namrata can take, anybody can take, any from our this community can take. So that would really help. And how to be like, we all are writing every day, whatever our target. But if we can say how to be more productive in that, it's not that if somebody is spending 7 hours of writing, that person is more productive than person who is spending 3 hours. So how to write more in the shortest possible time. So if we can also share something on how to be more productive and what works for people, I think that would make this, as more wholesome group. Otherwise, it was really exciting being here, and I'm definitely going to come back.
All right.
Thank you to you and Namrata.
Thank you. I've made a note of that. So let's see how we can fit that in. We are seeing this as purely a community. I was not seeing this as a workshop or an instructional thing, but maybe we can do something in that direction. One of the things which reminds me is that there was a request from a lot of people that if we could do something on editing after this workshop is done. So we haven't shared it yet, have we, Namrata? Okay. So we're planning to do an editing workshop. It's just a 3-hour editing workshop next Saturday. For those of you who have attended my workshops, it's not radically different. So I don't want you to, it is not free. The workshop is going to be, can you all hear me? Yeah. So the workshop is going to be 1,500 rupees, 2,500 for non-FDC members. We already got one sign up, I think. But those of you who've already attended the workshop, either mine or Kritika's, the editing is not fundamentally different. It's roughly the same module which I'll be doing here, but just as editing. If you want a revision, you're welcome to come back. But otherwise, if you're already, it's a little more detailed thing. So I just want to put that out there, that you don't come in just because you think it'll be something radical or something very, very drastic. So that's all. Otherwise, yeah, it's next Saturday. It's I think 10 to 1, right? Yeah. So again, 12 participants, and it'll be online, so it's not physical. Cool. All right. This has been great. This has been a fun FDC. I think it's been much more interesting for me also. Learned a lot. In the next one, maybe I'll also jump in as a participant. But either way, I'm excited because I also get to meet lots of interesting writers. So it's always fun. And yeah, we have a nice update. We have a very busy calendar of workshops in August and September. So do check out the website. There is a writing workshop on Neil De Silva. Remember, he was there in the very first guy. So he's doing a workshop on how to publish on Amazon. We are doing, I'm doing 2 workshops. One is the creative writing workshop, which a lot of you have attended. The other is on how to write nonfiction, which is specifically about how to write a nonfiction book, how to do the research, how to structure it, and so on and so forth. We have a blogging workshop, which is led by Sumit Bansal, which is a professional blogging workshop, which is, if you're a hobby blogger and you just want to write better, that's not for you. But this is if you want to build a business based on the internet, then you can come in and participate in that. It's a very good workshop. The reason why the Himalayan Writing Retreat has reached we are very dominant on Google right now is because of having the learnings of that workshop. So so there's a lot of stuff that is planned. So you can look at the website, but if there's something interesting, and many of these are available in here at the retreat in the Himalayas. So if any of you wants to come in for that, you can look at it and you can probably sign. Cool. Great. If there's any further questions, we can chat about them. Otherwise, we will meet on some of us, not all of us. I am going to be leaning more in favor of first timers, but otherwise we will meet on the 29th, which is Sunday at 5 p.m. for FDC number 4. No further questions? All good? All right.
I don't have a question, but I have an observation. So I started out writing something very different this FDC. So I had a project stuck for many years. So I thought I will write that. It was mythological fiction. And after 2 days, 3 days, I was stuck a bit. So I said, okay, to just keep the wheels running, I'll write something different. And I started writing a horror short story. Something led to something, etc. And then that became my dominant project. So I finished writing, I think, about 3 stories of about 10,000-12,000 words each. So that was not planned. So stroke of luck, maybe.
Well, as long as you're writing and you're having fun.
Yeah, I did have fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
So bottom line. Chalo, see you guys. It's been awesome, and we will hopefully meet. Some of us at least will meet again next month. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.